Hi guys, Jason from JV Carp Adventures, and you join me for another weekend back down at Mousehole Lakes on Kingfisher. Now this week I'm actually with Emma and we're in swim 8. So we've got set up just because it looked like there was going to be a little bit of rain, and there's a little bit of drizzling, and I've just been sitting down having a little rest before I continue, but I've spotted a few lines in the water. So I've given Rod a call and he's going to have to come in because it does look to me like a fish is tethered, and this is really serious, guys. If you lose a line here at Mousehole Lakes, please let one of the bailiffs know. They will go out in the boat and go and retrieve it. Please do not leave your lines and rigs in the water here, guys. Some really beautiful fish here, and it kills me to think of any of them getting damaged. Right, for now we're going to roll the intro and then we're going to get on with it. Right, so hopefully Rod's going to be able to go and sort this out, because I'll be honest, it's a bit of a mess over there. Rod! Told ya. Good. Tethered fish, that's so bad. Yep, that one had a fish on. Told ya. Alright guys, so I'm going to start a quick apology for a 5-minute rant I'm going to do, guys. So, got to Mousehole Lakes today, set up initially, having a look at the water and noticed there's some lines in the water. Whilst I was watching, I could see that one of the lines was definitely tethered. It was moving all around the place. There was a twig caught in it, so I could see the twig going up and down, moving all around the place. So it was obvious there was a fish tethered to it. So gave Rod a call, he came along, rescued the fish that was tethered to it, took all the line out of the water. Now guys, there isn't a single angler out there that wouldn't have got up a tree at some point, lost their line, cracked off, whatever. There is no excuse for leaving your line in the water and not informing the bailiff so they can go and retrieve it. The one thing we don't want to do here is have someone with an absolutely beautiful fish tethered on the line. You know, there's 45-pound fish in here. Say that was what was tethered to the line and it's got stressed out and it dies. That'd be devastating for Joe and Dave here. You know, this is a really nice fishery, and that's what I try and show you in the Mousehole Diaries, how beautiful the fish are. And they only stay that way if everyone takes care of them. That's taking care of them when they're on the bank, treating the wounds, putting them back safely and not stressing them out. Being tethered to a line, there was 3 lines in the water that I could see from here, and that fish was obviously proper stressed. So guys, please, there's no need for it. If you crack off, there's no judgment here. You know, I've got stuck up in a tree here plenty of times. Connor has plenty of times. You know, we all do it. But just let them know and they'll come along with the boat, get your line out, get your rig out, whatever, and then it's safe. Alright guys, so now I've had my little rant over, I'm going to be fishing 3 different baits this week. So I've kind of nicknamed this session the 3x3x3 session. And what that means is I'm using 3 different baits, 2 by Outlaw Pro, 1 by Parker baits, 3 different types of bait, meaning a bottom bait, a wafter and a pop-up, and then obviously 3 different rigs for each of those baits. So it's a 3x3 weekend for me. I've got Emma with me this weekend, guys, so it's going to be a bit more of a relaxing weekend with me and her having a nice relaxing weekend, but I hope to bring you a fish or 2. No point coming fishing without a fish or 2, eh? So I've got 4 minnow. I do normally catch, and to be fair, most of the time when I'm with Emma I generally catch as well, so fingers crossed I can bring you a fish or 2. Now I haven't done anything but put the bivvy up, pull the rods out, nothing's in the water, so I'm going to do a bit of investigating with my bait boat first, set up some spots so that if they start producing I can get out to them rapid and easy for the rest of the remainder of the weekend. So I'm going to do some investigations with the boat first, guys, and then I'll get back to you, let you know what's going out where, and fingers crossed we can get you some fish. Alright guys, so just to let you know, I will be using the ND bait boat again today. Now if you've watched my France vlogs you'll realise that I was doing a comparison test between the Standards 5200 milliamp battery and the Alt Technologies 1400 milliamp battery. I am still on that same battery. If we take that off, that battery is still sitting in there. I'm going to continue using it and doing trips this weekend. Now the trips here are shorter than obviously in France, so we'll generally be going by the amount of time I get out of it, but I will record the time I'm investigating the swim, and then obviously all the time I put my rigs out, so hopefully might be able to get through it. Also, before I start using it, I'll also take a screenshot on the phone of where the battery's at now, so you can see that it's not at 100%. I'm not sure where it is, but we'll have a look. Alright guys, so Saturday afternoon, just about to start my session. I thought I'd show you what's going out where. I'm going to start with Parker Baits Match to Hatch wafters in OG Fish in a solid PVA bag. So I'm going to put that out tight to the island with a few boilies with it. Next is going to be Outlaw Pro. These are the Attract Naturel on a pop-up on a Ronnie rig. I'm probably going to put that mid-channel. And then the last one is the Kriller. So I've done a snowman and a bottom bait. So that's also going to go out for a few freebies. I will show you exactly where in a minute, guys, but 3 different baits this weekend. Let's see what we can do. Afternoon, guys. So as you can see, it's a lovely afternoon at Mousehole Lakes. Like I said, we're on Kingfisher this week and we're using 3 sets of baits. So let me tell you what's where, and I'll show you on the little map now. So my right hand rod is Attract Naturel pop-up, and that's by the island you can see in front of you, which is spot C. My middle rod is on OG Fish, which is spot B, and my left hand rod is on Kriller, which is on spot A. So it's Outlaw Pro for the Attract Naturel and Kriller, and obviously Parker Baits for the OG Fish. We're using bottom bait, pop-up and wafter this week, guys. Going to be giving them all a try. Fingers crossed be able to bring you some fish throughout the next 48 hours. Evening, guys, so 8 o'clock Saturday evening. Brought the rods in at 7, did a few laps of the lake to get my steps in. So the rods have just gone out for the evening, guys. So let's let you know what's on what rod and where. So I've actually gone just in the margin here, so about there, guys. That's a Parker Baits Match to Hatch OG Fish wafter with a few freebies around it. Now if we go to the island, apologise about the light, can't do an awful lot about it, but basically just on that side of the island there, about a foot off, I have got Outlaw Pro Attract Naturel pop-up on a Ronnie rig with a few freebies around it. If I just zoom back out now, even though you can, oh it's okay, lightened up a little bit. So just underneath this tree line, I'm nowhere near it, just underneath this tree line here, so in about a foot, I've got Outlaw Pro Kriller. That's a bottom bait with a few bottom baits that have been pre-glugged around it. So that's where we are, 8 o'clock Saturday night. No fish so far, but fingers crossed for tonight, guys. Hopefully I'll be able to give you some footage during the night and hopefully get a whopper. Thanks for watching, guys, do appreciate it. Morning, guys. So 5:30 Sunday morning. What's going on? No fish. I've got to be honest, I can't say I was confident in all of my spots. I wanted to try a margin spot. I know people have caught in the margin in this bay before, so it should be alright. The island spot, I did actually see a fish, so I saw carp over there, so was fairly confident on that one. And then I went under the tree line using the bait boat, so it should be they should feel safe in there. There's not going to be that many lines going underneath there, so yeah, nothing so far. So got about 3 hours more with the rods in on the baits that they're at. Then me and Emma are going to pop along to the lovely canteen they've got here at Mousehole Lakes, hook up with Rod and his grandkids and have some breakfast. So I'll probably show you some of what we eat for breakfast, guys. I'm sure it's going to be pretty good, looking forward to that. But now I'm going to make a coffee and watch this water, and fingers crossed I can see something to go at. I have seen fish, mainly in the swim next to me between the two islands. One's been cruising around for most of yesterday. I have seen a couple cruising on the top in my swim also, so it might mean really today I might need to jump over to Zig's, but I was hoping they might pop down during the night, but clearly not happen. So I'm going to make a coffee, watch the water and hopefully see a fish or two. Alright guys, so 10:15 Sunday morning. Actually pulled the rods in about 9 o'clock or just before 9 today. Obviously I'm with Emma, so me and Emma popped over to the canteen, hook up with Rod and his grandkids and had some lovely breakfast. Then we went and did a few laps of the lake, or 3.5 laps of the lake or whatever, just get a quick mile in, get our steps up. And now I'm back in the swim. So obviously I don't think we got the rods out till probably 12:30, 11, 12:30 or 1 yesterday. So they weren't in the water quite 24 hours, and I am trialling them. So do you know what, I've kind of got to give them a bit more of a try today. But Rod, who's at the other end of the lake, swim 15 and 16, he's already had 4. So Rod's had 4, I've had nothing, so that ain't good enough. So obviously speaking to Rod as always, he always gives great advice, guys. So if you come to Mousehole Lakes, always talk to one of the bailiffs to put you on the right spots and the right tactics. Rod is saying stick to open water. So I'm going to redo all the baits, put what I had on yesterday back on, and literally cast them out to 3 open water spots basically. There is one spot today that I've kind of flagged a tree and a branch that I'm thinking, right, I kind of want to be going to that. So I've got one spot that I do want to go to. The other 2 I literally will just cast them out, wherever it goes will do. So I'm going to get all the rods set up, get back in the water, and then I'm going to break again early afternoon, go down and see Rod, get the drone up with his grandkids so they can see that working. And then I know we're going to stop again tonight for a Chinese. So a bit more of a social this trip, guys, which is nice. Obviously got the girlfriend with me and we've got Rod, so having a bit of a social this trip, guys. But I still need to get a fish, don't I? So we're on Outlaw Pro and Parker baits this weekend, so let's see what we can do. Afternoon, guys, so it is Sunday afternoon. Decided what I was doing wasn't working, so taken off all of the Parker baits and Outlaw Pro, and I've decided to go for Carp Basics All Nut. Rod is at the opposite end of the lake, same side but opposite end, and I think he's had 5 fish now, so he's killing it, as you would expect from the bailiff. No, good angling rod, but I've had nothing. So been here 24 hours now, not a single fish. So I think I'm going to take a leaf out of Nick's book, who's another day angler who's been doing really well at the lake, and I'm going to start mixing up different colours, different baits for the remainder of the day. Just treat it like a day session, so every 2-3 hours I'll try something else. So first off, there's no one else in swims 9, 10, 11, 12, so most of my side is actually free. I might be able to show you down there. Look, nobody down there. So I'm actually going in front of this island show you my finger to make it quicker, just about here, as that's where I saw one bosh out yesterday. So then towards the island I've gone 3/4 across about here, and then where Chris was catching most of his fish off the corner of this island, I've gone tight to there, guys. So all of them are all nut, and I think they're either 10 or 12 mil pop-ups, but on my size 6 they kind of act a bit like a waft, thus just slightly lifting the hook, which is fine for 2 of my rigs. And then on the Ronnie rig I've actually done a double orange, I think. So I've gone for orange, pink, yellow on these. So I've tried all different colours for today, and I'm going to be moving them about, trying different baits as well. But for now, that's what's on, guys. Got to try and get a fish. This is ridiculous, and there's not too much angling pressure either, so fingers crossed I should be able to get something or another. Hi guys, so it's got to 8 o'clock on the final evening and I haven't had a single fish yet. So I changed my tactics earlier today to go back to Bait Solutions Total Nuts with a bit more confidence in it, and I've had them out for for half a day and no luck so far, but I'm confident going into the evening. I've got to be honest, I've caught a lot of fish on this bait, so I am confident. Now it is 8 o'clock, so I've played with the camera settings a little, so it still looks fairly light for you to watch, but in actual fact it's a bit darker. But I've got about half an hour to get them out, which is easily enough time. So first one is going to be a total nut wafter, which is going to go into the channel or between me and the island that you can see now. But I'm just going to show you everything on boat. I will speed it up, guys. I know you don't want to stand there watching for ages while it slowly goes out and slowly comes back. So once I've got it in the water, I will speed it up and you won't have to watch all of it and be bored. Okay guys, so the second rod, exactly the same. I'm just going to go a little bit closer to this island. Okay guys, and for my last rod, I'm going towards these trees. I'll probably leave it focused out a bit actually, just so you can roughly see. Really apologise for the light, there isn't much. Alright guys, that's about as bright as I can make it for now. Okay guys, so that's all 3 rods done for Saturday night. It's actually Sunday night. For Sunday night, we'll be leaving tomorrow, maybe not till midday, I don't know exactly, so we probably have got a little bit of time, but really need to get one in the bag tonight. So fingers crossed one of these 3 goes off, and happy days, no blank. Morning guys, so 1:30 Monday morning now, and finally caught my first fish. Little 16-pound 10 common. So we'll get you up and give you a look. Sure she's going to be a little bit feisty. There you go guys, look at that. Another beauty from Mousehole Lakes. I'll show you the other side while she's behaving. There you go guys. 16-pound 10. Okay guys, so we're just going to get this little beauty back into the water to rest for a bit. As you can see, lovely fish. We'll let her rest for a bit, get her breath back, cover. I think she's about ready. Okay, she's definitely about ready. And there she goes. Thank you for the visit. Morning guys, so your Monday morning update. It's about 6 o'clock in the morning, and as you would have seen from the footage last night, about 1:30 I had a lovely 16-pound 10-ounce common blank saver, thank God. So that was on the far left hand rod, which I had just by these trees. Let's give you a little quick show actually. So just with this canopy in front of me here in the middle, had it in front of that. So happy days, no blank. Now, obviously one, would like more. So I think we're staying till about 12 o'clock probably, guys. So probably be packing down probably about 10:30, I think, something like that. There's a lot to pack down on this trip, so probably about 10:30. So I'm not sure whether I'm going to redo the rods this morning. I do favour leaving them in. If I am going to redo them, I'm going to redo them now. Whack them all back out. Obviously 2 of the spots haven't produced, so maybe I should put them somewhere else. So I don't know. I'm going to have a coffee, have a little think, and I may be swapping around. But main news is I did have a fish. I'm not going to blank this session, thank God. And the change the total nuts looks like it worked. Don't know. Have to see if we can get some more before we leave. Fingers crossed, guys. Alright guys, well, just thought I'd give you a quick little update with regards to the Solar Tackle 2-man bivvy that I've done a review on my channel. I will give you a link here. So this is my first time actually using it as a 2-man bivvy. So I initially bought it for France, which it done me amazing. Used it with the inner capsule, but this time I've got Emma with me, so we're actually using it as a 2-man. So I thought I'd just give you a little look around. It is absolutely fantastic as a 2-man, guys. Loads of room in front of your bed chairs as well. Loads of ceiling height. 2 big bed chairs. Room either side of them at the back. Let's go into my side. So there's room behind the bed chairs on both sides. Room at the back as well. So got all stuff behind the table and a good amount of room inside. So really happy with this bivvy, guys, really happy. So coming towards the end of my session here at Mousehole, and one of the things I've been doing on this session is continuing using the old ND bait boat. So if you go back to my France trip, I'm doing a comparison test between the standard ND battery and the Alt Technologies 1400 milliamp battery. Well, didn't catch enough fish to do enough trips on holiday to do it, so since I've been back I've been continuing using the 1400 milliamp battery to see how many usage, see how many trips and minutes I can get out of it, guys. So I think I'm at something like 365 minutes so far, and I'm going to give you a little clip here to show you what the percentage is still left on the battery. So that's where we are for now, guys. I'm going to have to continue using it, I'm afraid. Hopefully I'll go to some bigger venues where I can use it for a lot longer, do a good few more trips on it, but obviously it easily outdoes the standard battery you get. Monday, 11 o'clock, I'm going to call a close to this session. I want to be off by 12 o'clock. I've got the bivvy down and all, but the rods are still out, so I need to get them all sorted. So firstly, thank you very much for watching the vlog. I do hope you've enjoyed it. Sorry I've only been able to bring you one fish, but it does save me a blank, so I'm grateful for that. The action has all been absolutely the opposite end of the lake. Rod, who I actually witnessed catch his 9th fish, I think it was 27 pound common, absolutely lovely. So well done, Rod. I'll show you a little bit of footage here of that. Look at this, guys, just having to be taking stuff back. And Rod's only going to have his 9th fish, which is a beautiful 27 pound common, absolutely gorgeous. He's got his grandsons with him helping him. What an absolute stonker.
Will be heavy.
Oh yeah, he's definitely heavy. Well done, Rod. Alright, so that was Rod's 9th fish, and he set up on Saturday the same as us, so he's done 48 or nearly 48 hours. It hasn't quite been 48 hours, but well done to Rod. So as I said, guys, thank you for joining me. This has been vlog number 28, and I can't believe we're on vlog number 28. So vlog number 28, I believe my 29th vlog should be coming from Kestrel. Not sure what swim yet, but please feel free to watch that when it pops up. So firstly, guys, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please hit that subscribe. Doesn't cost you anything and really does help me out. If you've enjoyed watching this video, remember to hit that like, and if you want to be notified of future posts, hit that bell icon. thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. Just leaves me to say, stay safe, stay fishing, and I'll see you in the next vlog.